So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be let out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much. Actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. They'll fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A huge play there right off the bat. 52 yards. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd and 6. Down inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this 1st quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, these 2 teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Shelton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Shelton. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Now the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. We know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed? On these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is fielded at the 27. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushed.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Miami set to take over. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him and Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A 54-yard punt return there.
And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
That's the 2nd touchdown return of the game. And yes, we're only in the first quarter.
How about that for a start? So he's on pace for 8. You think he gets there?
I don't see how, but right now, he's got to like what he's getting done.
Yeah, he likes it. His team loving it. Point after try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On second down. It's Shelton, and he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
2nd and 13. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sullivan. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Sullivan. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's a 3rd. Down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Shelton. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. Oh, what a move. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going long for Coates. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 45
And the Dolphins are pouring it on.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had to quote it back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Sullivan, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And taken right on the 30. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot
position.
more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sag.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
It'll be a loss of... Seven on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins just continue to roll.
Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Trying a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in for 2 yards out.
And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his clip. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw again. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after here coming up. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get... With 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Looking to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll throw now on the final play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ken Walker with a touchdown run. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
Used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he fields it cleanly. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Right back to him on first down. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Watkins, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down now, it's Shelton, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And New York set to take the field. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this way. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Shelton. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
2nd and 1.
He finds his man, complete. It's Shelton.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On 2nd down, Lawton, and some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
53 yards rushing for him now, and just his first 3 carries.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
On first down, Lawton, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Lawton, and on this one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add up. To that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been And now here is another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. He was doing everything he could to get the 6 points, a little bit short, but still an excellent run.
And look at it from the defense's point of view. They could have given up on that play. They did not, and still were able to corral him. Now, they've got some work to do in this down coming up, but at least they're being competitive and trying to stay with it.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And New York set to take the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best.
Get something up on the board and not get shut out.
A gain of 18 on his play. And the Jets first down.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Single, slop. Hey, you're on an
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. Hurt. Don't go 18.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already... stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
They'll set up to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to set up his blockers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Come on. Hey, how you lying? 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They'll run on first down. Weaver. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 30. 72 yards rushing for him so far, and a boatload of touchdown runs as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
they can't.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on his own 46. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Lawton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Weaver, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 3rd down, Weaver. And some room to run now. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for Miami, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.